Well, welcome to Thoughts Can Change Your Life with me, Reverend Lee Wallach. Today, I want to start off and ask you a very simple question. Who are you listening to? That's right. When it comes to questions about you, about your life, about where to go, who to be, what to experience, how to take care of your health, how to take care of your money, how to take care of yourself in relationships. Who are you listening to? Who have you given the power of their word over you? Is it your mom, your dad, your spouse, your best friend, your church, the political party you associate with the business that you're a part of, or a social group that you're a part of? Who are you listening to? Anytime you're listening to someone outside of yourself for answers that are very pertinent to you, you've given away your power. You've lost your authenticity. The answer, my friend, is if you want to know who to listen to, look in the mirror. There's no one in the world that knows you better than you. No one knows you better than you. There's no one that cares about you more than you. There's no one who will experience whatever you implement in the world but you. So knowing that's the case and knowing that you're a part of infinite intelligence, wouldn't it make sense that you just tap into your own wisdom, your own intelligence? I keep coming back to, we so often go outside of ourselves for answers. And people say, well, Lee, you're giving answers all the time. No, I'm not. What I'm doing is I'm presenting ideas and asking questions. Because what I've learned in all my life, whether it be in business, as a family man, as a minister, whatever it is, I don't have anyone else's answers. And when I go outside for answers outside of myself, I find that doesn't work. The answers I'm seeking are within me. You can get ideas, possibilities from others, but your answer and how you use those ideas and how you step into those possibilities will be unique to you, completely unique to you. It's like people often ask me, well, Lee, what is the secret to your great relationship with your wife? Well, I can give you some of the ideas behind it, but what I really have come to understand, and I mentioned this to Jean this morning, is that we have an energy, and our energy vibrates so similar in so many ways that we are just very, very compatible. In our relationship, there is no competition. In our relationship, there is no arguing. We will have discussions, but I'm not going to what is arguing? Arguing is trying to convince someone to your point of view. It's actually one of the rudest things you can do because you're not going to change anyone's opinion. So why are you pushing your view on them? They're a unique, whole, and perfect individual. Arguing basically is for the person who's arguing, because if they knew what they were saying was true, all they would do is say it once. To say it a second time and to repeat it means you're trying to convince yourself. Real interesting way of looking at things, isn't it? I know I'm presenting things to you that may spark you to think for yourself, to ask you better questions, because the quality of your life is determined by the quality of questions you ask. It's also determined by the quality of people that you surround yourself with, who in turn ask you those hard questions. It's just a fascinating thing. So in today's world, you don't have to be a part of a group. You don't have to be a Democrat. You don't have to be a Republican. You don't have to be a liberal. You don't have to be this. You don't have to be anything. All you have to be is you. And only you know who that is. A few days ago, I talked about people pleasing. That's something we've got to give up. Be authentic. Be accepting of others and their authenticity. One of the things that we teach in our classes is that you can have anything as long as it is not against anyone else. This universe is infinite. You don't need to worry about anyone else having anything. Don't covet. Don't want what other people's had. Be grateful for everything that everyone's got. Someone got a brand new Lexus. Be grateful they got a Lexus. Someone bought this brand new house on a lake, and you go, oh my God, I love to have that house. Be grateful they got that house. You see, when you're in gratitude for other people, you're saying to the universe, I'm not in lack. But if you're saying to the universe, I want what they got, you're telling the universe that you lack. And the universe says, oh, that person lacks. Let's give them more to lack. Be grateful for everything, because the more you're grateful for, the more you'll get to be grateful for. I want to invite you to just begin today. Start listening to that inner voice in you. And one of the best ways to get answers from that inner voice is right before you go to sleep. When the conscious mind is relaxed, it's tired, it's had a long day, then ask the question, what am I to do in this situation? What would be the best thing for me to do in my growth in this situation that doesn't hurt others? Ask that question right before you go to sleep, because that question will sit in your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind is where all wisdom exists. Sumit says, how to let go. Well, that's a constant practice, Sumit. It's never going to stop. You're a human being with an ego, with a body. The body has desires. The ego has desires. The key thing is experiencing them, but don't be attached to them. Fully experience them. Don't be attached to them. Realize you don't need to bring in the past. The past is gone. It doesn't exist. How not to let others' beliefs take you over. Well, I guess the first thing I would say to you is, what are your beliefs? What do you really believe? Have you sat down and questioned, what do I believe about my body, my health? What do I believe about my spirituality, my soul? What do I believe are my greatest talents that I can bring to the world? What do I believe about relationships? Figure out what you believe, and then ask the question, are those beliefs expanding me, or they're contracting me? If your beliefs are expansive, you're on the right path. If your beliefs are contractive, you're not on the right path. You're going against the natural flow within you. And remember, your beliefs are not true. They're just true for you. It's because you believe in them. You have faith in them. I'm very cautious about who I surround myself with, Sumit, who I give my time to. I do that. And I'm going to invite you, when you say, yes, I have figured it out, I'm going to invite you to say, I am figuring it out. Because to say that you figured it out means there's no more to understand. I truly believe that there's always more to understand, that we only are getting a partial picture. We're never getting the full picture. So to be in a state of not knowing, contractive or expansive? You've got expensive. It's not necessarily expensive. But anyway, contractive, expansive means for a greater expression of life. Is it a greater expression of life? Is it a greater level of awareness? I always like to look at that, and that's going to be pertinent to you. You're going to do it differently than anyone else. So with that, that's my message today. Who you listen to yourself. You know yourself better than anyone else. It's time to start trusting you. Follow your heart. Follow your intuition. Make it a practice you do every day so that you can hear more clearly. I want to thank you for spending your time with me. And in gratitude, I wish you the greatest and best day ever and tell you I love you because I accept you just like you are. Make yourself proud today.